Oh. I think it's working. This would be so huge if it does. Yo! I don't need to add the Twitch stream to YouTube. That's pog as hell. Also, hi YouTube. I'm pretty sure none of you are here, but hello. Welcome back to Star Rail. I actually need to open up the game. Hold up. Okay. So as far as we're gonna be doing in Star Rail, I'm probably gonna do the Yunli story quest, and then afterwards we'll be pulling on Acheron. That is the game plan. Alright, we can change this to do... Oh, that's way too many sources. We'll do that. Boom. Just drag for me? It can't be that bad, right? Right? We'll see. It's probably fine. As long as it doesn't take me like 2.5 hours, I'll live. It's all that matters. Back in about 30 minutes. But yeah, you still gotta finish up your work or whatever. Ba ba ba. Cha cha. I made it for no reason, but that one was just a bore. Look, not all story quests can be like Jinglio or even like Hooks or Lucas. They're not all going to be bangers. Although Yunli is like the first companion quest we've gotten in a long time, so kind of not great. That's Jamin's opinion. He's a professional hater. His alt name is Jamin is hating. I know it. I follow it on Twitter. Also, what the fuck was I when I logged off? Me no member. Oh, me no member. Ugh. Come on, game load. You can do it. I believe. Come on. Oh, Div Uni. Shocker. Where'd my mission? There it is. Okay, I technically haven't activated it, right? Seeing as he's a friend, I call playing right. I feel like 80% of their parents are bored of arrogance and narcissism. There's always that one friend. The one person that will always have a differing opinion. And while it does come as a bit annoying, you still value their opinion just to have a more diverse viewpoint of the thing you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Or don't, whatever.
Time for a break.
Plane is just a contrarian.
Activated.
There's sword trading notes. You know, oh yeah, I think the reason why I left that book there, because I could have sworn it would have activated the story quest, but it doesn't appear to be the case. Instead it'll be this yellow beam of whatever that doesn't really go to the sky, it just kind of peters out. Also, yeah, we're rocking 2 pets.
Ever since March started learning swordplay from Yancheng and Yunli, her voice has been absent on the Express. I wonder how well she's progressing. Where has she been these days?
Where has Bestie been 2 weeks ago? Have you seen March 7th? She didn't turn up for practice. Why don't you just message her? I plan to go look for her. Who's March 7th? Also her tag. Fight? Ooh woo? I don't think Yunli's an ooh woo girl though. She's too much of a meathead. Why don't you just message her? Said already messengers, I haven't seen her either. She's not replying to my messages. If I can't find March 7th, then I can only seek out her legal guardian, which is you. Oh, I'm not her legal guardian. No use talking to her guardians. They don't want to help her. The cave won't perform, seeking the grown-ups out won't do anything either. Besides, when does Marge ever listen to me? Indeed. Grandpa would usually throw out all the complainers. It's hard to instruct her in the ways of the sword. She can skip this class, but I can't skip my duty. We need to talk about your child's behavior fear, McNosky. How about this? You can find me at RM Alley. I'll wait for you. So we're all just agreeing that March is mentally a child. I guess we can't all be mature. One of us has to be dumb. Also very on brand for... What's Gwendoline doing over there? Is that her default spot? Could be. I always wondered where she would be. I always thought she'd be like over here somewhere. I guess not. There's also a lot more people here than I remember. Hey, Yunli.
There you are. I was looking around before you got here. I already looked everywhere, but March 7th is nowhere to be found.
So I need to keep looking for her? Maybe March 7th is actually... That's what I gotta look for her, right?
Nope. Let's just assume she successfully skipped class.
You know, on brand for her to skip class, considering in like... What was this, like 2.4? Like 2 updates later, she was skipping class and panicking. You think the first farmer was like, fuck, I gotta wake up early. No, I just invented agriculture. Then asked her to wake him up, and the rooster was like, I got you, brother. That man has established generations worth of birds that are alarm clocks. Maybe. Or maybe roosters in general are just hardwired just to be as obnoxious as possible as soon as they detect daylight. I don't know.
Actually, she's been quite diligent in her swordplay practice and hasn't taken many breaks lately. I think she deserves a day off.
It's weird coming from you.
Besides, I used to skip classes even more than her back when I was still learning. If I was in the mood, I could train for 3 days straight. But if I wasn't in the mood, none of my seniors could find me.
Oh, I know what. Oh, I know why Jade doesn't like this quest, because it involves March a lot.
So, I can understand where she's coming from.
So then, could I go back? Looks like she learned it from her master.
Don't make excuses for her. Since you're here, let me treat you to some tasty food. I'm more interested in you today.
Uh-huh. Let me be clear, I'm not learning swordplay from you. I don't even know the art of sword. I know the art of bat, lance, and hats. The hat one might be a bit confusing. Well, they are wearing a crown. Maybe you can teach me the ways. Me interested in what?
Let's walk and talk.
Okay. Holy fuck, the sun! That's my rooster impression.
Lingsha told me there's tasty food in Arum Alley. Let's go there.
Oh my god, she faced through that guy.
A table for 2, please.
All right, come on in. What would you like?
Well, we'll have one of everything on the menu.
The entire menu?
Yeah, she meant entire, not entree.
Do you think it'll be enough?
She's worried we won't be able to finish it all. I don't have much money on me right now. Dante Daisy also knows how to fight with a hat and money. Wait a minute. I didn't know. I don't know if Dante actually used his hat as a weapon. I know he used the bike. She originally won't be able to finish it all.
Oh, don't worry. There are 2 of us.
Yunli looks at you confidently.
Well, then I'll start making a few dishes, and if you need more, just let me know.
Thank you.
Such a kid thank you.
Thank you, miss.
Use the hat, use that money to attack with it. Return anything killed with it. Also drops lots of money. So I can see where Adventure Read Camp style was maybe loosely inspired by. You sure you don't need to look for March?
I've thought about it. She deserves a day off.
Okay. But I get a feeling that Yanqing's is gonna like come over and just be like, where the fuck is she? Do you usually eat a lot?
Yeah. I mean, not too much, actually. Grandpa said to never be stingy when it comes to making friends. So, how big is your appetite?
I don't know, I kind of just ate. I don't eat much. My stomach is a bottomless pit. Well, considering that I can probably scarf down multiple entrees based on the amount of shit I crafted, I probably have a bottomless pit of a stomach.
Ah, then eat to your heart's content.
Also, I need to feed the nuke nugget in my body so I don't explode. So you're interested in me?
To be more precise, I'm interested in your sword.
Hey, whoa! I don't think I have a sword.
Yanqing mentioned
The closest I have is a
before.
bat.
He said that you're not to be underestimated, and that your weapon has a unique shape.
Like my heart. What do you mean by this?
Oh, I've always been curious about your sword. How the weight is distributed, what material it's made of, whether it contains any special ingenia, and what kind of sword techniques you use.
It's not a sword, it's a baseball bat. Alright, it's nothing anything special. Yeah, it's a bat?
Seriously? A bat?
Are you still curious? Are you disappointed? Are you still curious?
Yeah, now more than ever.
It's not as blunt as your sword, but it's fairly blunt. Place your beloved bat, your most trusted companion, perhaps second only to the likes of March 7th, Dan Heng, Welt, and Himiko, and Pom Pom before Yunli's gaze.
So, it really is a baseball bat.
Yeah, I found it.
Grandpa said that a sword doesn't have to be constrained by its shape, so, in a sense, your bat is a sword too. He also said that a weapon mimics its master, so your bat actually reflects your habits and nature, you know? Let me guess. You're someone who doesn't follow the rules, enjoys improvising, and can handle yourself well against tough foes. Am I right?
Oh, you're always speaking. I always follow the rule. That is a load of shit. Have you been filming me?
Amazing, right? And I bet you always say something silly like, rules are made to be broken. I've come across so many sword wielders who acted all righteous and moral, but were really just liars. Their swords always told the truth, though. They told me that their wielders were just a bunch of frauds who relied on their divine weapons for everything. I've hunted down hundreds of swords like this so far, and every single one of them has been melted down.
Don't melt my bat. Or my hat. Or my lance. So I was forced by melt them down. What if you make a mistake? I don't know if she makes mistakes. You actually take them?
But only for those who cross the line. Belting their swords is my way of protecting those weapons.
By killing them, de-atomizing them.
But just looking at a sword is not enough. Grandpa always says, words and expressions can be deceiving, but in a fight to the death, a sword's movements never lie. The war dance is just around the corner. You'll be participating, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yunli, for talented sword masters like you, the war dance is a perfect opportunity to show off your skills and make a name for yourself.
It would kill things that annoy me too if I could.
But for people like her who have already made significant contributions to the Xianzhou, they maybe don't need to prove themselves on the war dance stage. It has been a while, Miss Nameless.
I'm trying to think. You're like one of the first NPCs I came across in 2.4.
And you are?
And you are... this is Madame Yukong's secretary.
Thank you for your introduction, Miss Nameless. I'm Shi Kuei, and I work in the Palace of Astrum as the secretary for the Helmmaster. I apologize for interrupting your conversation. I happened to hear you discussing the war dance. And since this person is an old acquaintance, I thought I'd come and say hello.
You're sure because roaches annoy you? I thought cockroaches are like stupid hard to kill. Has any guess?
Yes, with the war dance approaching, many guests from afar are pouring in. Mr. Pavo here is one of them. He's from the distant planet Kalevala.
I mean, I guess I should be fortunate. The main thing I gotta worry about in my house is like stink bugs. Somehow those bastards always manage to get in the house. We never really had an ant issue. Well, now that it's cold, we have like mice.
Mr. Pavo's planet recently joined the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. He brought his delegation here this time, not only for business, but also to return something that belongs to the Xianzhou.
Hmm?
Miss Shi Kuei, the word gift is perhaps more fitting than return. While it did once belong to the Xianzhou, we faced many tribulations to be able to deliver it here, so it should be considered a gift.
I apologize for my poor choice of words. Mr. Pavo's delegation brought a legendary Xianzhou sword that had been lost for centuries. General Huayan plans to personally thank them at the Palace of Astrum and present the sword as a prize to the champion of the war dance. Mr. Pavo and I were actually on our way there.
Huayan.
Since you two were talking so enthusiastically about the war dance, maybe you'd be interested in joining us at the Palace of Astrum?
I think we talked about the war dance for like 2 seconds, and then she just... it's a transmission. So I heard you guys were talking about the war dance. Yep. Talk to Yunli, talk to Pavo. So with you, Pavo.
Nice to meet you both. The journey to the Xianzhou Laofu wasn't an easy one, but the scenery here is worth it. Completely different from my homeland.
I have like I'm like 1.5 head taller than Yunli. She is tiny.
Once the formalities at the Palace of Astrum are finished, I'll find a quiet spot on this street and plant a seedling. And then my mission will be complete. The Sword of Heroes will finally be returned to its rightful owners. I couldn't be happier.
Let's talk about Kalevala, talk about sword, talk about Kalevala.
Oh, you're interested in my home planet? That's great. Your Excellency is welcome to visit us at any time. Even though the trade route just opened, it still might take around 200 system hours to get there from Pier Point. But our planet is really great. Yeah, sure, it's a bit cold and the food is a bit repetitive and our houses aren't as fancy as those on Pier Point, but that doesn't matter. We've discovered massive supernium deposits, and we're on the path to prosperity.
You know, I actually know of a place that sounds pretty similar to your homeworld. Anyway, let's talk about the sword.
You mean the Mieka Kivesa?
Is that tight?
Incredible sword. That weapon helped the legendary heroes of my homeland slay demons. That is highly revered.
Ooh, demon killer.
It also has the power to choose monarchs. All the ancient kings of Kalevala received a sign from the sword, showing they were worthy to rule the land. According to tradition, each monarch would plunge the sword into a stone, and only a hero recognized by the sword could pull it out and ascend to the throne next.
Hmm. Some King Arthur type shit. This sort of biometric technology. The sword can actually appoint worthy monarchs. Yeah, how good is it at selection?
Well, those are just legends from the past. No one today has witnessed it firsthand.
You know, for a sword that has a lot of history with your homeland, it seems kind of weird just to throw it up as just like a prize for a silly little galactic game. Why don't you keep the sword for yourselves?
Well, times have changed, and now that we have a council in place, the idea of a sword crowning a king has become a joke. Besides, it wasn't a native of Kalevala who last pulled out the sword and recognized its connection to the Xianzhou ship. It was a visitor from afar. While the sword holds great historical significance for Kalevala, it doesn't truly belong to our world.
Oh.
The old-timers on council had a heated debate about whether to return the sword. They eventually unanimously agreed to let the Mieka Kivesa return to where it truly belongs. That's the best possible outcome.
Man, I don't want to say because the elders said it, it's okay. There's really no other way to save it? I don't know. At least for me, it seems like something to like try to keep around. Like, even though it's like not, like, you know, it's like, what's the word? Maybe like superfluous. But like, my family does have like a specific type of bowl that is passed down from like generation to generation. And right now my mom has it, and my sister is always just like, hey, hey, make sure when you write your will that I get your bowl. And I'm kind of surprised that like a bowl like that actually has like survived like way longer than I have.
Wonderful. It's an honor to have so many people witness the sword's homecoming.
Do you say anything?
General Huayan will hold the sword gifting ceremony at the Palace of Astrum soon. Are you interested?
You probably share a height with March? How tall is she? Has anyone ever eaten out of the bowl? It is used regularly. Pretty much any time there's a meal that is like used for a bowl, or merely just like a fine Italian dish, the bowl comes out. So that thing has been used and has been treated carefully in order for it to last as long as it has. Like, I'm pretty sure that bitch is not going to dishwasher. It is hand washed, hand dried, and put back in the shelf.
Let's head to the Palace of Astrum together.
Generational microorganisms, and don't forget generations of microplastics that exist in everything now. Attention, sort of, to be honest. I'll take a look at that sword. I wonder what this demon killer looks like.
Right? Thanks to March 7 skipping class, we get to join in on the fun. Grandpa always asks me to go look at swords with him, but he hasn't said anything about this one. It's really weird. But now that we're invited, let's go and check it out.
Okie doke. Let's go check it out.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
You get the radiation, the asbestos, and the microplastics. Okay, maybe not the asbestos. We're not going that far.
There you are. Come on. Let's go to the
Microplastics for sure. Radiation, maybe. Let's go ceremony. It's him. My boy.
Please allow me to offer a sincere compliment to my fair lady. Your beauty is as pure as a snow-white iris. Well, if it isn't my dear friend, glad to meet you again.
This fucking guy. Our fucking guy.
Who is this weirdo?
My beautiful man.
Who is this knight?
Mine.
I am Argenti, a member of the Knights of Beauty. I was invited as a part of the Kalevala delegation to escort the legendary Mieka Kivesa back to the Cienjo.
I'll be sure to get you next rerun, I swear.
May I have the honor of knowing your name?
My name is Yunli.
What a beautiful name. I wonder if you have ever heard the holy name of the pure and flawless goddess Adrilla.
Oh, you're here, Yunli. Didn't expect you to be so well informed. Well, now that you're here, don't forget your manners.
Manners. Come on. You won't find another granddaughter as polite and well-behaved as me.
I don't know if a polite and well-behaved granddaughter would openly say that, though. I think they just do.
Well, just remember this is a very serious ceremony. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Mr. Pavo. Now, let the sword gifting ceremony begin.
Fade to black. I'm just kidding.
Before the ceremony
God
officially
damn it.
commences, I want to express my gratitude to the Knight Argenti. Thank you for enlightening us about the sword's origin and for escorting it here safely so that we may complete this ceremony.
I wonder how accurate his origin was.
On behalf of the Kalevalan delegation, I, Pavel Kalistaya, am here to return the legendary Mieka Kifesa to the Cienjo Alliance, its rightful homeland.
I'm truly grateful for Kalevala's noble act of returning the sword and for the Knight of Beauty's chivalry. Now, as we gather here on the Cienjo Lafu, I officially welcome the sword back to its homeland. Mieka Kivesa. It's a fitting name for a sword with such a legendary past. I still remember the name engraved on this sword the day it was forged. Gu Yin. It was forged by Han Guang, a craftsman from the Zhu Ming's Flame Wheel Forge.
Oh.
What?
Pablo feels like he came from the early 2010s Medicaid commercial that would be on DirecTV Cartoon Network. I'm just gonna take your word for it, because 2010s is when I stopped watching Cartoon Network.
Wait. Hangguang?
Although its blade is worn and cracked, its essence remains as resilient as the Cienjo Cloud Knights. All it needs is some repairs and polishing by the skilled craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission to regain its former glory.
It just needs some polish.
I've decided to entrust this sword, Gu Yin, to the Lawfu Artisanship Commission for restoration. Furthermore, it will serve as the prize for the champion of the Lawfu Wardance. This sword will be wielded against abominations to protect our homeland and live up to the mission of the Kalevalan delegation that returned it from so far away.
Thank you, General. It is an honor for Kalevala.
Now, esteemed knight and delegation members, please head to the Artisanship Commission, where...
Nope, she's putting her foot down.
No! This sword was forged by Hongguang.
I changed my mind. I want it.
Yunli! These esteemed guests have brought back your father's work. Where are your manners?
Oh, I didn't realize this sword was actually forged by your father. Returning it to its rightful owner is,
Grandpa, give me that cursed sword right now. I'll melt away the remnants of that man's curse once and for all.
Oh no, she hates her dad. The Wardance was trash, everyone was weak. 90 people before you drive. Go drive. The poles will stay here. I got down like a cursed sword. Be very sure and react. Let's be a bystander. Let's see how this plays out.
Don't be rude, Yunli. Apologize to our esteemed guests from afar.
You drive for an hour and I'll be with family.
I'm sorry.
So you'll miss out. Not even Georgia's safe for me, Johnny boy. In that case, I'll pull after this cutscene.
I'm sorry for making a scene, but I have to melt down this cursed sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands.
My dad's stinky. I don't want anybody else to smell.
Yunli, please, go for now. This is exactly why I didn't want Yunli to know about this. I didn't want to create trouble, but trouble found its way here anyway. Perhaps it really is divine intervention. Could you, please, keep an eye on Yunli for me?
Sure thing. I'll make sure she doesn't get into any trouble. It's really my place to get involved in your family matters. I'll look after.
That is a tall order, but I'm counting on you.
It's okay. I am much taller than Yunli. It is an order I'm willing to do.
Unfortunate interruption. Let us move on with the ceremony.
At the fervent plea of Hua Yun, you temporarily depart to go find her.
Unless I'm mistaken, Yunli should be around here somewhere.
Breathing makes the characters look even more like clay golems. Oh, hey cat, hello. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy your stay. We are about to do the thing. Let's see here. I'm trying to think. When did I first meet Acheron? I don't remember. Like that first area. Balls. I don't remember. Is he here? No. Here? No. I bet Jamie would know. You're about to make dick jokes. How long is this game? This game always updates, so the length of it just keeps increasing. What? I'm trying to remember where Acheron was when we first met her. I don't think we can actually go back to that place. I don't remember. Me no member. Me no member. Was it in here? Was it? The Reverie? Oh yeah, we did kind of. Yeah, we did see her in the Reverie. No, we saw her in that dream before we got here. You know what I mean? Like when we were, like that first cutscene, we were sent to the Reverie Dreamscape.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
I have the attention span of a mother, so. Oh, it autocorrect the moth. River Dreamscape Moth Tally Hall. Yeah, did you really first meet her here? I don't remember that. Actually, hold up. I have a better idea. I'm gonna go to where we last saw her. You will not rewatch cutscenes. I will not.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
Because I believe the last place we saw Acheron was like right here. Right? I believe so. Whoa. Like a rapper, yeah. So many essays. Shout out Eminem for those fire lyrics. Oh, Eminem, you edgy bastard. Alright, I believe it was where we last saw Acheron, was like around this spot. So maybe, just maybe, she'll come home. After we do some freebies. I haven't pulled for a character in a while. Oh shit. Hey. So pulling her where she first popped up, increasing your chances of getting her early. You will pull her where you last saw. That's like getting her in the last pull. Hey man, I'm not here for a good time. I'm here for a long time. But he stole your fit. It's kind of the other way around, but I like the gesture. Oh, you got popcorn? Hell yeah. Oh, man, I love the smell of popcorn. If there was like a scent that could just like bring joy, it is like the smell of like freshly made popcorn. Yeah, Jesus propose. Oh boy, a Pella that I don't need. Well, I got E6 for all these 4 stars, so I don't really care about that. Take an article of clothing off for each 10 pull. Well, that's 3. So Jamin is currently -3 articles of clothing. However, Jamin defines an article of clothing. Actually, I wonder, is skin considered clothing? It's kind of like an organ we wear, right? Oh, wait, no, I don't have Arlen's Eidolons, but that's Arlen. I'm never going to use them. Oh boy, we're going into the Jades. Whee! You like chicken? Who doesn't like chicken? Probably people who've gotten salmonella. Maybe if you could take it off easy enough, it is. Yeah, just a nice... It was like a nice slit of the skin. Like you're dissecting a grape or something. Took $600 to get her E1. We did really want to be original and get her E2. No. I gotta say for Fugua. Or Feng Shui. The crit is 98 with E1. I don't even know what her E1 does. Oh boy, 2 payloads. Get her E2? No. Yay, she was guaranteed. I forgot to mention that, by the way. Yippee. Anyway, there she is. There she is. In all her glory, her busted ass glory. Yeah. We'll have to use those shite characters. Here's the thing, I will be using those shite characters because they will be great partners for Acheron. Wonderful. Just cap harder. Okay, real talk though. Now, I did went ahead and looked at her light cone again. I'm like, yeah, those are a lot of multipliers that do multiplayer things. How does her to help Acheron? Oh no, when you said Shy, I thought you were referring to the dot characters, which was Black Swan and Kafka, who are great partners for her, and they will be on that team. Eat the code. But yeah, anyway, yeah, real talk. So her Lycon has a lot of multipliers and shit. But I also have an E6 version of this light cone, and I'm kind of wondering if I even go after her signature if I have that. Now, would it be E6? It'd be like what, S5? Yeah, S5. I don't know. I need some Acheron experts. Use Gwendolen with her, trust me. No, Gwendolyn's good with her too, because of the fire, the AoE fire, the fire kiss. You give her the one light cone that always does like a defense down. Light cone's credit card or 2 meta chaser friends. The light cone helps her get her ult faster. But if I constantly have like her partners constantly applying debuff, she'll get her ult back faster anyway, right? Does more damage to her light cone or damages all from her ult? No? Yes, but no. Okay. You gotta go for now, Jabin. Okay. Drive safe. You're around from somewhere between all the land and sky, being by never forgiving. Nobody knows you, neither do I. Birds may believe at a distance. You wear girt and keep perfectly still. Think on Lyco and do it on a later stream. I could do that. I could. I think I might. Also, besides, where is she? That light cone's already like ready to go, so we're just gonna stay right there. Cat, I have banger things to copy and paste. Oh god. If you're stroking my sheep, I got one. My sheep, man, I'm just stroking my one. Fluffy as fuck, man. I'm a sheep fan for what the fuck are these songs? What is this? Also, time to level her up. Woo! I have so much paper.
Never turn back. The path behind is gone.
Wait, what? Oh, I just pressed like a different button.
Oops.
Never turn back. The path behind is gone.
Alright, never turn back. She didn't say it this time.
Never turn back. The path behind is gone.
She's so edgy. But she's beautiful.
Never turn back. The path behind is gone. The distant vistas are hazy, but must surely hold beauty.
Alright, and I have a lot of trace materials, and I have no idea if
Another blank canvas.
I'll have enough.
Another blank canvas. Another blank canvas.
Another blank canvas. Another blank canvas. The Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. I'll do that to get all of our free stats. Fuck. Alright. You think that'll slow me down? As long as something I have. Even though my clipboard is very small and this new phone has a few bangers. So King Jong of all people. Ignore that. Welcome back to the chat where I parried you, some child. Time to synthesize. Actually, that's going to take too long. Mouse, activate. Whoosh. Oh. And then whoosh. Cinematic didn't go. They can't talk today, I don't know why. That's just fat fingering. It happens to the best of us. Anyway, Acheron, you're not done yet. Wait, hold up. I gotta synthesize more. BRB. Wait, which one is hers? Oh. How bad can my brain be? Wait, wrong one. T-heat. Anyway, whoosh. And this probably won't be enough. I just arbitrarily picked like 120 for a number. Yeah, I was playing with the door stuff to the bathroom today, and a lot of it now is pissed. It's not able to get into the bathroom. You gatekept him from his favorite toy. It's messed up. The word big back is banned in my class. Big back me. It's in your class, dog. Big back means someone who eats a lot of food. Never gate kept the cat. It was their fault for losing it. Yeah, big back. It's like a thing where you're just like, hey, stop fat shaming. So people start using big back as a term for fat. And then they're just like, stop big backing. You can't win, man. Hey, what can I say? Kids are mean. Little devils they are. Yay, she's traced out of her fucking mind. And I don't think I have a good relic set for her because that is my life. It's my love and it's now or never. I'm gonna live forever. I think that one just had a lot of HP. Cat back when I was in school, I just called them fat with zero regard. Zero regard. I guess you can hang on to that one for now. The other ones that have a crit damage are kind of shit. Actually, one isn't too bad. Is that the one I locked? I think it's the one I locked. That one could be decent. But I want that crit damage. You know what I'm saying? Alright, effect hit rate. Not interested. It has my attention. Okay. What's the thing to go with Acheron? Is it attack or speed? That's character I'm not so sure about. I'm guessing speed. Speed? Everything's speed. And of course everything's speed because I got fucking dick for shit when it comes to speed. It's a shame, really. This is about on par. God, I hate my life. And out of all these, I got like nothing lightning damage because of course I didn't. I really need to go back into the mines. God, I hate it here. Yeah, look at the substats on this thing, but it's HP percent. It's so messed up. The kids at the back of the bus in elementary school would cuss each other around, and one time a physical fight broke out. Kids are mean! That's not very nice to myself. What did I say? I don't remember what I said. Like, my relic luck is just bad. It is what it is. Imagine, though. Fuck. Alright. I'm not paying attention to the fuck am I do live a different life. Yeah. I have a lot of fuel to... I have a lot of fuel to burn, so... Yeah, Acheron may not actually be ready to go until maybe... maybe next update. Said that I hate myself, also I was joking. I don't remember hating myself. Hold on. I don't remember saying that. Streamer brain, dude. You did say probably on autopilot? Yeah, maybe. That probably happened. We love default punchlines. I gotta hit him with the funny fast. You're going crazy, y'all. Ooh, that one's actually good. That's crazy. That never happens. That one's kind of okay. Actually, it has speed on it. This one makes me sad. Use my phase legs. Let me use my no scope legs. Even think the ones that are attack percent are kind of butt. That's not great. Actually, what am I gonna get for this one? Damn it. Oh, Fazbear. Hit him with the Fazbear legs. Or as the kids these days say, hit him with the yoinky sploinky. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Am I feeling it now? Yeah, Acheron definitely. She needs work. Oppa Gundam style. Don't worry, Acheron. I will make you as close to perfect as I can. Just not now. Oh yeah, I still had to actually like buy the pass. Oops. Look at all these unclaimed rewards. Funny. Skibbity Sigmas. I've used the term yonky splinky once and it was described someone having a in the middle of a football game. Like actually or just look like it. Oh my god. Just low in the past and I just forgot to play the game. Yeah, you had your priorities. Like actually, oh my god. That's scary. Anyway, so the Acheron tangent's done. We gotta go find a sassy lost child. Second time I ever use that phrase.
Silent mode activated.
I honestly don't know like any point in my life where I'd actually have to use that phrase.
How time flies.
Tell me, Plaid. Are the adults wrong?
Are you pondering with the self-validation plan? Oh, your tears are watering it. How nice. What's wrong, Yunli? Observe a bit more. Hey, what's wrong, Yunli?
Did Grandpa send you to look for me?
Potentially.
I bet he did.
Oh, so now you're a mind reader. Actually, I'm here because I care about you. Oh, so you're a mind reader now.
Just so you know, I'm here just waiting for the perfect moment to snatch that sword. And once I have it, I'll melt it down before anyone can react. Don't even think about stopping me. No one can stop me.
Maybe Yanching. No one can help you if you don't explain what's going on. I think I'm just going to let you cause more trouble. Yunli is going to raise her hand laughing and be like, it was never the adults. It was society. So as you just are about an apocalyptic future where the Gen Alpha had to protect themselves from ChatGPT. That could be a real world scenario. We don't know. I can't help you if you don't explain.
Sent you here. Surely he doesn't want you to help me.
You can still explain it.
Have you heard of cursed swords? That sword is one.
I know that Zoro has a cursed sword. That's pretty epic. There's a sword that's been cursed. It's like a sacred sword that's been corrupted. It's been corrupted?
You've clearly heard a lot of folk tales. But that's not the kind of cursed sword I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
A cursed sword lets anyone, even a complete novice, wield it with insane skill. Just by holding the hilt, even the weakest rookie can brandish it with incredible speed and strength.
Something like that. Marshall can graduate in just one day. So where could I buy one? They're opposite the third person you meet and play wrong, and if you want to pull out exactly 59 strands of their hair. What? Alpha Kid failed to get a skills. What the fuck? Yeah, Bart's can graduate.
I'm not joking around. And I'm not making up some crazy story.
I'm not joking around either. She could.
While a cursed sword grants instant abilities to its wielder, it comes at a cost. It's like continuously adding fuel to the forge. With each swing, the sword drains the wielder's blood and essence. Day by day, the fuel will run out, leaving nothing but an empty husk. Soon enough, it will no longer be a person wielding a sword, but a mindless, killing machine, consumed by bloodlust and murderous thoughts.
That sounds oddly familiar. So they're being possessed by a heliobus. It do be kind of like possession.
Oh, so you're familiar with heliobi? That makes this much easier to explain.
So there's a heliobi in the sword, perhaps.
There was a lunatic swordsmith who infused metal blades with heliobi, as he was obsessed with turning weapons into living things. And this is how cursed swords were made.
So Guyan is one of those cursed swords? So your father sealed a heliobus inside that sword. Uh-oh.
I shouldn't have caused a scene at the sword gifting ceremony. But I've thought this through. If I don't make a fuss now, that cursed sword will cause a whole lot more trouble. So it's better if it's me causing the trouble.
So if it really is a cursed sword, then why on the previous planet did they use it as a way to slay demons, choose monarchs, and shit, if that's, you know, hypothetically real? And why was it just now that they're just like, yeah, we don't need it anymore? Fucked up an evil sword that makes your eyes turn red and makes you obsessed with gore.
By the way, aren't
You
you
just
supposed to be taking
become
the sword
Doom
to the
Guy.
Artisanship Commission for repairs? Why haven't they come out yet? Any ideas?
Maybe there are other ways out of passive astral. It's a big building. There's more than one door.
Looks like they're not going to show up here. I'll just head straight to the Artisanship Commission. It doesn't matter why Grandpa chose that sword. I won't let it fall into anyone else's hands. I'll track down every single sword he forged and melt them down one after another. Just like I've been doing all these years. I have to go now.
Okay, bye.
Planning to sneak into the Artisanship Commission and steal that sword? Maybe I should keep an eye on her.
Let's observe her metalwork smelting rampage. Should be fun. There should be a
Artisanship
ball.
Commission is so big. Where could she be?
It's big like your mother. Aha, aha.
Just a while ago, a girl came up to me, all fierce and demanding directions. She said she's a member of the Artisanship Commission. Do you know her?
No idea who she is. If she really works here, how can she not know her way around?
I know she's for the Challenger Zooming's Artisanship Commission. Is she carrying a massive sword?
Yeah, she wasn't big at all. But that weapon of hers was pretty intimidating.
She was in a hurry, heading straight for the Artisanship Commission, and I didn't want to ask too many questions.
She said something like, "I'm a member of the Artisanship Commission. Where do you keep your precious stuff?" I got scared and pointed her toward Master Gongshu's warehouse, where he stores his arumatons.
Wait, why did you give her directions? What if she's planning to steal something?
She wouldn't do that. No. Let's cut to the
Else?
chase.
Like I said, she was headed straight for the warehouse, where all the valuable arumatons are.
Yeah,
Arumatons.
that place is filled with Master Gongshu's precious arumatons. I bet they'll give her a hard time.
Man, I really hope those robots kill that kid. Oh, that's kind of messed up, guys. Why would you want that? Oh, she'll be fine.
What are you doing here? Look, if I get into trouble, it's my problem. I don't want to drag you into it.
Is this really the time to talk about that? Perhaps your grandpa would keep an eye on you. Is this really the time to talk about
Fine.
that?
Let's smash these metal cans first. Then we can talk.
Metal cards.
We're in trouble now.
Oh yeah, we really don't have the team for this, but we'll try to make it work.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Or maybe I'll meme it all.
Let the valuation be.
Ooh.
Stay back, Clara. Watch your head. Hedge your bets.
I'm not afraid of you.
Nah, we don't need that. Punch.
Lower your weapon. Treasonous.
Stay back, Clara. All in.
1,000 wonders to rid
I want to protect
Gora's
your
gonna make it the noble tomato meme.
Sure, I'll play along.
Let's be friends.
The dice have bust.
Bust.
Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
Yeah! I need to be brave.
Annihilate. As you command.
What the fuck?
Hedge your bets.
I don't think it has a high aggro value, but geez. Laser.
All in.
Gumby. Liquidation!
Nothing but reward for investing in Clara as the
That was the
game
last
is gone.
Thank you for helping me out.
Yeah, but Clara still needs some work. I definitely need to change her planner ornament set.
This place is heavily guarded, but there's nothing but arumatons. Where is the arsenal? Seems like not even those craftsmen know where the arsenal is. At this rate, we won't find anything. And Grandpa might take me away before I can do anything. You're not really here to help me. You're here to stop me, right?
First, I'm here to stop you. I can't just stand there and watch you get in trouble. Now, this cursed sword is just your problem.
It's not. Grandpa made a promise to the delegation, and going back on his word would tarnish his reputation and make things difficult for the Lofu. But leaving that cursed sword here will also make things difficult for the Lofu. So all things considered, the best outcome is for me to melt that sword down and take all the blame. You probably think I'm being impulsive and unreasonable, right?
I just feel like you're too obsessed with cursed swords, so you are self-aware after all. You're being a little too crazy with the cursed swords.
Do I come across that way? Well, I guess I can't deny it.
Looks like a sensitive topic. Have a chance to explain yourself.
Seems like you've
Explain
met
yourself.
a lot of people who don't tell you the whole story.
I mean, they do at some point, or if they do, it's like I'm not there, but it's a really long cutscene anyway. Why don't you just tell me everything? I'm a good listener.
Look, I owe you an explanation, but this isn't the best place to talk.
What do you mean? They're all dead.
We need to find somewhere else. Let me be clear, though. I'm still pretty riled up. This is just a temporary break. I already told you about Guyan, the sword that was returned during the ceremony. It's a cursed sword, with a heliobus inside. And Hongguang, the swordsmith who forged it, is my father.
I would love to sit next to you to explain this talk, but unfortunately I was not programmed or modeled to sit.
I rarely mention his name to anyone other than Grandpa. Maybe, like you said, I've been avoiding having to talk about him. But as long as my mission to hunt down cursed swords continues, it's impossible to avoid the topic forever. For some reason, I feel like I can open up to you. Honestly, I don't remember much about him. All I know is that the Flame Wheel Forge used to be a bustling place, with people from all over coming to get one of his swords. They called him the greatest master craftsman since Yingxing. I didn't catch all the details, but I do remember seeing him forge those amazing swords, while the visitors watched with smiles on their faces. I used to believe that craftsmen brought happiness to others. The swords crafted by the Flame Wheel Forge are famed across the stars. They possess exceptional sharpness and invincibility. With these legendary weapons, even ordinary people can become skilled warriors, capable of overcoming the most formidable opponents. But then, he became obsessed with becoming a famed swordsmith, and started crossing all sorts of lines. He forged cursed swords that should never exist. And all those people who desired those twisted swords started flooding into the palace.
I wonder if the majority of the swordsmiths from Flamewheel Forge like made a bunch of cursed swords. Just kind of based off the motto of just like, hey, our swords are the best. You wield this, you'll be super good. Yunli popping in like the G-Man Kensu where he chicas. It's not the best time. Imagine if Trailblazer just fell. I would respond. Where he goes, I understand it's best time. Okay. Sounds like the Gapinator. Hey, it's a skill gap.
However, just like Grandpa said, those who excel with the sword will eventually suffer by it. The palace was overrun with visitors from afar. Some left empty-handed. Others got swords that didn't fulfill their desires. And some even resorted to stealing. And in the midst of all the chaos my father created, he ended up being stabbed by one of the swords he forged.
Well then, quite the transition. Made the sword say it's the best time for a heart-to-heart. I mean, Yunli's wanting to know about my sword, so... This is how I test your sword. Whether you want to talk to me or not.
It was so sudden and unexpected. Everything went silent for a moment. All I could hear was the sound of bones breaking and blood pouring out.
Yeah, I love trauma that builds up characters. Yippee!
I was frozen in place, unable to move. It was only when my mother pushed me away from the deadly swing of the cursed sword that I managed to escape. I don't remember much after that, except for the pounding of my heart and the sound of my own gasps of breath. I could hear the smiths in the Flamewheel Forge shouting, "Run away, Yunli!" and the screams of agony. My tears wouldn't stop, and I couldn't see anything. I kept gasping for air until I collapsed in a pool of blood. If General Huayan hadn't arrived in time, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you now.
Grandpa comedy clutch.
After that, General Huayan took me in and treated me like his own granddaughter. To me, he is 100 times better than my sinful father. He taught me forging and swordsmanship.
I mean, did anyone know that adding heliobite to swords would like cause this damage? Trying to remember. Because it seems like they didn't think it would become that bad to the point where he'd get killed by his own creation. Friendship added with Yunli to the sword is my best friend. That fucking Woody dap is so good. It has like the same energy as this is gonna be an old one, but the dabbing Squidward.
Hangguang paid for his sins, but his troubled legacy must not go unchecked. According to the records, he forged a total of 1,382 Heliobust cursed swords, and 182 of them had unique designs.
Damn, this dude was busy.
When I joined the Flamewheel Forge for training, I made a vow to hunt down all those cursed swords. So far, I found 312 of them. And Guyun will be my 313th. Like all the other cursed swords, I'll separate it from the heliobus. Then, I'll melt it down and make it part of the Blade of Forged Remnants. I've said my piece now. Even though it'll be tough for Grandpa, I still have to melt down the sword.
The delegation calls it the Sword of Heroes. You can talk to General Qui-Gon about it. They probably just gave it that title so it looked like less suspicious. You talk to General Qui-Gon about it.
You're saying, even though Grandpa knew it was a cursed sword, he still chose it to be a prize because he thought it wouldn't cause any trouble?
I didn't say that. What? What? What kind of conclusion did you jump to with that one? Deming Square is a checkpoint to me because that was when I realized it had a real world ramification. I remember that. I can hear it in my head now. Hey, Squidward! Hey, Dev Squidward! Hey, Devs. Ah!
No. No matter how I think about it, something is definitely off. Grandpa didn't tell me anything about the ceremony. He must be hiding something.
Maybe he wants to melt it for himself.
Besides, after our argument today, you want me to go back and talk to him now? No way. At least not today. Maybe tomorrow. Somehow, after talking to you, I feel like I've cooled off a bit.
Venting's good. I love venting.
Well, I'll have an honest conversation with Grandpa tomorrow. And I won't take any action against Guyun until he gives me his reasons.
Don't forget to apologize to General Qui-Gon.
Yeah. I shouldn't have done that in a public place. Anyway, thank you. We'll catch up tomorrow.
I should go back to the Palace of Astrum and tell General Huayan what happened at the Artisanship Commission.
Whoa, you just popped up out of nowhere. Big EP. Does I can still hit a banger dab? It's a powerful skill. It's like
Hi, this is Toga speaking. 여보세요? Hi. 好，知道了. Sure thing.
You know what it is? A dab is like an IRL technique in this game, where you just like you use it before you approach somebody, and they'll like suffer recoil damage. You can't open that one. God damn it, Nubby.
My granddaughter didn't cause any trouble, did she, young lady?
I guess my Yunli situation will Huayan. What happened in detail, and Huayan's nervous expression eases a little.
Sorry for all this trouble. Yunli told you quite a bit. Now it's time for this old man to tell my side of
The psychic debuff. I hate venting as a concept because every time I do, the people here end up eating their own therapy from trying to process what I just did. Yeah, instead of... Yeah, that... I can see where that gets annoying. It becomes less of just like someone's venting just to get something off their chest, and then people just kind of gang in on it, like, yeah! Like, I hate this shit too. I don't know. Maybe there is a value in group venting. But then again, but at the same time, it's just like, okay, we're all yelling about our problems and trauma. Maybe this isn't the best way we should, like, talk to each other. I don't know. I just still think, like, venting, like, to yourself, or... I don't know, just, like, writing down all your frustrations in, like, a Word doc. And then after you said everything, just deleting it. even that can help. Just putting like pen to paper about how you feel can do wonders. It's like I'll wait to like release your emotions instead of keeping them bottled up.
Guang was my beloved disciple. A rare genius not seen in the Pyrogyre Forge since Yingxing. However, talent can sometimes be a curse. He had an unusual fervor for forging, and he dreamed of forging a sword with self-awareness that surpassed that of humans. He believed it would make warriors invincible without any training. According to him, while weapons of mass destruction like Ju-Ming flames and alchemical arrows can destroy many enemies, true victory lies with soldiers who fearlessly fight, ready to lay their lives on the line. Usually, Xianzhou swordsmiths infuse a basic level of awareness into their swords to make them easier to wield. But even then, soldiers need to experience countless battles to overcome fear and sharpen their instincts.
So I thought I was using Heliobite to absorb emotions. I was using Heliobite to impart combat experience. Now it turns into a group thing. More of it. It's too much for most people when it goes downhill. Oh, okay. Well, I think you just kind of need to vet around like the right people. Or again, just like venting to yourself, but like actually, you know, saying it out loud to yourself or writing it down. That's a good sort of like self therapy in a way. Emotional gap, I guess.
By infusing Heliobi into swords, he managed to forge weapons that could grant their wielders strength and valor, and even make decisions for them. However, weapons are different from regular tools. They are meant to kill, plain and simple. After countless battles, all the anger, fear, and bloodlust are soaked up by the Heliobi within the swords. The soldiers wielding them not only gain strength, but they also become consumed by the malice, turning them into puppets possessed by the swords. No matter how noble Hongguan's intentions were, those weapons, soaked in blood, turned into cursed swords eventually. Later, Outworlders got wind of what he was doing and encouraged him to keep forging cursed swords. They came up with all sorts of reasons, from taking back their kingdoms to slaying demons. And you know what happened next. That massacre took her parents' lives, and the lives of many craftsmen in the Flame Wheel Forge. Yunli managed to survive, but she couldn't escape the horrors of that day.
That's why you don't want her to see that sword. Does it really contain a heliobus? I'll talk to you tomorrow. That's why you don't want her to see it.
I don't want her to spend her whole life trapped under her father's shadow. She doesn't deserve to carry the weight of his mistakes. Despite her vow to hunt down and wipe out all cursed swords, fulfilling that vow requires immense effort. Traversing the starry seas in search of the swords is like finding a needle in a haystack. And to reclaim those swords, she has to duel the bloodthirsty wielders, teetering on the edge of life and death. She has taken back over 300 cursed swords, and has suffered the same number of fatal wounds. I took her in to give her a chance at a normal childhood, not to send her on a sword-hunting journey. Even if she manages to melt down all the cursed swords one day, what will she do with her life after?
I think saying she's dealt with over 300 fatal wounds, that's a bit of a stretch. She's fine. She's built diff. Her sword really contain heliobus?
Indeed one of the cursed swords forged by Han Guang. Very few swordsmiths could use heliobi as forging material, and Han Guang was one of them. His attempt came at a terrible cost.
He plans to talk to you tomorrow.
I thought this sword could be an opportunity. I wanted to tell her that her father wasn't all evil, that even the man she resents so much managed to forge a true sword of heroes. I also wanted to find a chance to tell her about the history and origin of this sword, but not during the ceremony. As you saw, it wasn't a good time. I've instructed the Artisanship Commission to keep the sword safe in the arsenal. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask the people involved.
Master Gongshu. Something I want to talk to you about. I gave the Lafu a sword called Guyan. Don't you worry, General Huayan has already confirmed his instructions. Right, I heard from my apprentices that a young lady with a sword bought into the Artisanship Commission. That's General Huayan's granddaughter, right? She had a try to kidnap me. She's calmed down now. She promised me she wouldn't take Guyan until we confront the situation. What? He's going to steal the sword? My nerves can't take that much more of this. Tonight, your beauty just escorted the sword to the Artisanship Commission. It's currently armory without a chance for compromise or mishaps. You just relax. When I have time, I want to hear that girl to tell me why she tried to steal the blade.
Since my granddaughter mentioned talking to me tomorrow, I'll be waiting for her. By the way, you watched over her for quite some time. You must be exhausted, aren't you?
I'm more exhausted from other things. Totally exhausted. A pretty lady like her never gets tiring. Ew. Totally exhausted.
I'll be counting on you then.
Time to go back and find that class-skipping March 7th.
Oh yeah, this is all because March skipped class. That ended up unearthing Yunli's trauma. Oops. Damn it, March. Rushing it all, you return to the Express and came face to face with March 7th caught skipping class. Quest ended. Sipping milk tea and gossiping, time slipped away unnoticed. The next day arrived. Gossiping at her room because as of 2.6, I am still roomless. You there, Firo McNosky? Are you able to cooperate with us for a bit? Care to come by the Artisanship Commission? What's the matter? Something happened to the sword? Oh. What happened? Ain't no way I said that. Same brain cell. To make a long story short, the Artisanship Commission received a sword yesterday from General Huayan. Today when they checked in, the sword has vanished. Anyway, the Ropekeeping Commission is officially conducting investigations and interrogating relevant individuals. Do you suspect me? I told them to be careful. They can't be... they can't be possessed already. Do you suspect me? Come on, young lady. It's just a routine questioning. But you did attend the sword gifting ceremony yesterday at the Pass of Astrum. Some craftsmen said that they saw you at the Artisanship Commission. Anyway, anyone who attended yesterday's ceremony lacks clear alibi will be considered a suspect. Craftsman also mentioned a young girl who broke into the Artisanship Commission with a sword in hand. She bears the bulk of the suspicion. Alright, I've tried. I'll see you at the Artisanship Commission. Loki kind of forgot how Dahao sounds. Soon. So they consider about my top artist being like YouTube is a great crap OS here, and I know it's full of shit because I perma's into Shadily uploaded albums that it does not track at all. Something concerning about my top artists being Naoki, Guilty Gear, Daisuke, Guilty Gear, Naoki again, and Arxis, Guilty Gear. Now, holy shit, this Guilty Gear band kind of fucks. Wonder when I can see him live. Getting some water. Oh. Hell yeah.
Hi.
Man, if water was cursed by Heliobia, I still drink
Right.
it. But
Everyone is here. It's time for questioning.
at that point, would I be drinking spirits? Oh.
Yunli, I'm sure you understand why the official called you here, right?
Yeah? But I didn't steal the sword.
I didn't have a chance to yet. I vouch for her, you know, promise me she wouldn't steal the sword. I can vouch
Now
for
is
her.
not the time to use your reputation like that.
But my vouch!
If we don't recover the sword, we will be breaking our promise to the Lawfu and betraying the delegation. We're counting on you to find the truth, Official Dahao.
Yes. It's my duty to thoroughly investigate the case. Even though Yunli is firm in her words, we can't just rely on her testimony.
After everything, the sword still got stolen. Ugh, they should have given it to me from the beginning.
Just keep quiet. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
In
just
this
keep
case
quiet.
of Gu Yun's theft, everyone involved seems suspicious to some extent. But Miss Yunli is the main suspect. First, during the sword gifting ceremony, Yunli openly expressed her intention to steal the sword. She even mentioned it multiple times. After the ceremony, she broke into the Artisanship Commission and destroyed Arumatons in an attempt to get the sword. Am I right?
That's true.
I also wrote in my journal how I really wanted to steal the Guyun.
The Realm Keeping Commission inspected the arsenal where Gu Yun was stored, and there were no signs of forced entry through the doors or windows. The only possible entrance or exit was a small window gap, just a few inches wide.
Anyone that short could get it. It's like a locker room murder mystery. We have March 7th here. Top songs were Symphony, Guilty Gear, Color Your Night P3R, White Knight HSR, Ups and Downs Guilty Gear, and Cupidless Lettuce by Psychedelic Porn. What? What kind of artist name is that? That's wicked. Wish we had
If
March.
7th were here, she'd probably jinx it and accidentally reveal who the thief was.
The box containing Gu Yun was opened and the sword went missing. But none of the other swords in the room were touched. Which means...
They're shit bobs. Suspect knew about the box of the sword that was planned in advance. They knew about it.
I do know about the box and the cursed sword.
Ah shit. Yo, dude, I'm sorry.
Exactly. The suspect had a clear motive and took only Gu Yun. So, besides the ceremony participants, only the delegation members had access to the sword.
Maybe that someone from the delegation stole the sword?
In that case, why would they return it to the Xianzhou in the first place?
To mock you, because the Xianzhou is filled with a bunch of incompetent fucks. Do they regret their decision? Everyone in the delegation has the same agenda.
That makes sense. The delegation, led by the Knight of Beauty, delivered the sword to the Artisanship Commission. The craftsmen who received it testified that they didn't take anything from the arsenal.
Could it be that Argenti sword stole the sword? Look at all the songs were tied at 13 lessons. Because I have a 1,311 track songs.
Argenti? Oh, that Knight of Beauty. He was with the delegation when they handed over the sword to the Artisanship Commission. You might not know, but he's the one who recognized the sword's origin on Kalevala and escorted it back to the Cienjo. In other words, he's the one who made it possible for the sword to come home. So, he wouldn't have gone through all that trouble to bring it to the Law Fu if he wanted to keep the sword for himself, right?
Damn. Still, Argenti just like has the aura to just be like, I won't get cursed. A driller will protect me. Need a craftsman's
Master
sword.
Gongshu checked the work records, and I questioned all the craftsmen and apprentices who were on shift at the time. But I didn't find any suspicious individuals.
Alright, now hear me out. What if I stole it?
So, did you steal it?
No, I didn't.
Then stop joking around.
I can prove that she came to me after leaving the Artisanship Commission, so she couldn't have stolen the sword.
Put it simply, not everyone who's seen the sword has been to the Artisanship Commission, and not everyone who might want the sword has seen it. So, the only remaining suspect is Miss Yunli.
Fair enough.
So...
Did you do it?
I didn't steal the sword.
Well, when you've eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth.
That wasn't the only remaining possibility. I think we might be missing something here.
If you want to prove me wrong, you'd better come up with some solid evidence.
Yeah, wait right there.
Gather
I'll
my
be back with
thoughts.
evidence.
I need to help Yunli clear her name. Did we miss any clues?
Talk to witnesses.
If you've found any clues, feel free to tell everyone. All right. Come back.
All right. I got fly gun.
Yunli says she didn't steal the sword, and I am willing to believe her. But I know well that Yunli can be impulsive. So if she did steal the sword on a whim, I won't show her any favors. You were with Yunli yesterday, young lady, so you have the best chance to prove her innocence. Is there anything you need to ask me?
What's your favorite color? Did she come to you afterward?
No, she was still mad at me, so she didn't come by. If she had come with you, she wouldn't be a suspect right now.
How was the sword delivered? I mean, it was delivered by Bucks with under Argenti's beautiful and muscly forearm.
After the ceremony, Argenti carried the sword case, and together with the delegation, they were escorted by the Cloud Knights to the Artisanship Commission. The artisan there confirmed that the sword was safely stored.
That's all I have to ask.
Counting on you then.
Don't put too much faith in me. Master Gongshu.
Yes, I received your message yesterday and went to the arsenal to check on it. But when I went back this morning, all that was left was the case. I don't know anything else, so asking more questions won't help, I'm afraid. However, as the Master Artisan of the Artisanship Commission, I've got to clarify something. Even though the sword was stolen, this commission is still highly secure. Wait, no. I just remembered. My precious arumatons were smashed.
Oops. Alright, Pavo.
Who could have thought that the Miekaki vesa would be stolen? And that the prime suspect is General Huayan's granddaughter? Regardless, we've accomplished our mission, and now it's the Xianzhou's problem. By the way, why did that girl call it a cursed sword? It's quite upsetting.
Because sword can take the world was mine, because the sword contains an evil spirit. Sword contains an evil spirit.
It's enough, young lady. Let me get something straight. On Kalevala, this sword has always been highly revered. The first master of the Miekaki vesa slew countless demons and then passed it down to a line of wise monarchs.
I thought you said this story was bullshit.
The monarchs would heed the guidance of the hero spirits within the sword and gain insight into defeating their enemies.
Ooh. It's a common element of myth and legends.
Of course, it could just be a myth. After all, no one has actually heard the sword speak. The point is that the Miekaki vesa did help the ancestors of Kalevala build a strong foundation. It's definitely not a cursed sword.
Why is this man sound like a Medicaid commercial narrator? Does it really have like that much of a rhythmic cadence? Up here I could talk to... Does Yunli actually count as like the fourth?
Good quality, good
I wonder. You scared?
I don't want to make things difficult for official Dahao. Let's do this his way and prove my innocence. If I can find that cursed sword, I can prove my innocence right away.
That'd be too convenient. Start playing and finding the cursed sword. No, I can look at it and steal
There's
it.
something else bothering me. Why would the thief take the sword, but leave the case behind? Did they melt down the sword like I wanted to?
Is really that strange?
I mean, carrying around the sword like that would be pretty conspicuous. Wouldn't a thief prefer to take the case as well?
Alright, so it's like what more? We have Pavo Yunli, that guy in Huayan. Where's that fifth person? This is actually just like Dahao. Just starting to look like that's the case. Oh, whoops.
If you found any clues, feel free. All right. Come back.
Alright, we're still missing someone. Where? I feel like I'm blind. I could talk to Pavo. Park Yunli. Have Park talked? Investigate. Can you Cecile Guyot is indeed a sight to behold. Its beauty is radiant. Perhaps it was a very beauty that has drawn unwanted attention. Regardless, is one of the few pieces of physical evidence left of the seed. It just might hold traces of the thief. Sword case exterior. Sword case, masterfully adorned with metal wire and inlays, traces and patterns of lotus flower, subtly percolating its origins from the illustrious Xianzhou Zhuming. Shout out Gongshu for just being. Yeah. HSR again with another random NPC that's fun. Sword case lock. Lycos nestled within the case remains intact, bearing no marks of external force or tampering.
So, the thief took the sword from the case without picking the lock?
Or the sword was never there to begin with. Open the sword case. Notice a few smears of red along the bottom of the sword case's interior. It's hard to ignore, as if a deliberate declaration of existence to those who are viewing the sword case. Extract the red coloring from the interior of the sword case. Few petals teetering on the brink of withering, more precisely a single rose petal.
Why is this flower petal inside the case?
Uh-oh. Close the sword case and put it back. What is this? Argenti, what are you doing?
If you found any clues? Feel free to tell everyone.
100% sure Yunli didn't steal the sword.
But I'm not sure if I can convince Mr. Daw how.
But what of this? Flower!
100% sure. Fine. Let me go through my reasoning again, and you can interrupt if anything feels off.
Okay.
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yunli.
Your statement isn't quite accurate. Argenti, the delegation members, and even me, we were all at the Artisanship Commission at some point.
True. But they all left after delivering the sword. And the craftsman overseeing the handover confirmed that they couldn't have left with the sword. We looked into it as well. Before Guyun was handed over, the side crane at the entrance of the Artisanship Commission captured you leaving. But there's no record of Miss Yunli leaving.
Why would I dare leave through the main entrance after smashing the Arumatons?
Throughout the entire incident, there was only one suspect who broke into the Artisanship Commission, and that was Miss Yunli. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the Artisanship Commission trying to take away Guyun, but you stopped her in her tracks.
What Dahao said seems right. Exactly. So at least Yunli didn't steal the sword at that time, because we were at the Arumaton warehouse.
If your testimony is reliable. I'm not implying anything, but we need to scrutinize every piece of evidence. Miss Yunli caused a ruckus at the after bidding farewell to you. Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal alone and stole Guyun.
Oh, I kind of forgot what all of these are. We intended to talk to her grandfather about Guyun's Davis sword stolen. The incident. Yeah, let delegation return the agent's sword. Good. Sword power front please. We're gonna go you. Need to check with you. Would the intact lock be...
On second thought, maybe let me think about it again.
Take your time. My reasoning is solid.
He's so angry and calm when he
Bidding
said
farewell
that.
to you.
After Yunli and I went our separate ways, I messaged Master Gongshu to inform him about the incident. And much later, Master Gongshu told me the sword was confirmed safe. So up until that point, Yunli couldn't have stolen it. Can I prove this?
After bidding farewell to you, Yunli pretended to leave, but snuck into the arsenal
Master
alone.
Gongshu's
And
testimony.
wait, you messaged Master Gongshu? I had no idea. Well, that's some solid proof right there.
Yeah, we're besties. I have his phone number.
However, it only proves the sword wasn't stolen up to that point.
I didn't do it!
After bidding farewell to you, we haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
Looks like you're missing some crucial evidence.
There are no signs of the arsenal being broken into, so the only real evidence is the sword case.
Find out how these random event mechanics just come back whenever they are contextually good. I always get a...
No, the fact that there are no signs of a break-in is suspicious in itself.
And the fact when these events come back, it was like blindside me.
Which piece of evidence should I use to convince Dahao?
We haven't found any other suspects or evidence.
Present evidence, rose petal?
I
Ah.
found this in the crevice at the bottom of the case.
A rose petal? Huh. I must have missed it during the search. But why was there a petal inside the case?
Also, how the fuck did you miss it? They're huge.
I don't know. But I do know that wherever that Knight of Beauty goes, he always leaves behind a trail of rose petals that's almost impossible to clean up.
Debate
My
successful,
thoughts are a
idiot.
mess. Let me sort them out. The sword case was never locked, which is evidence that only someone who delivered the sword could have done that. And the rose petal was probably left behind by that Knight of Beauty.
What kind of trail that Yunli leaves? I mean, saying that she leaves a trail of destruction would be a bit on the nose. Maybe she leaves behind like a burger or something.
But how did he manage to take the sword from the Artisanship Commission? Why did he steal it after returning it here? And why would he leave that petal in the case?
For them to come find me. Yeah, how am I supposed to know? Ask Argenti, not me.
Guyun flew out of the case on its own. The Knight of Beauty only unlocked the box to aid its escape.
Don't be ridiculous. How can a sword escape from a case on its own?
By realizing it's too stuffing here, he's like, I need some fresh air. Whoosh.
You've never seen a flying sword before?
I've only heard about the Mieka Kifesa being able to fly in legends. But even if it could fly, why would the Knight of Beauty do this?
Like I said, the sword contains a heliobus. Argenti must have been under the control of the sword. Maybe he was under its control even before you arrived on the Lofu.
Official Dahao, where can we find that knight?
Let me see. The docking location of Argenti's ship. The one and only.
Let's go. We've got to find Argenti before that sword completely takes over his mind.
Alright, Argenti. Bro, please. Please.
Time for a break. Silent mode activated.
I say there's a pretty good chance we're going to be fighting Argenti here.
Quite a different experience.
Should... Oh my god. Let's sit the chair. Okay, you know what? Hold up, we're doing a bit. We're gonna do a bit. This will be a bit of all time.
Hi, this is Toga speaking. 여보세요? Hi. How? 知道了. Sure thing.
We're good. We're gonna do a bit. Let's see here. No, wait, hold up. That's fine. Son of a...
Hi, this is Toga speaking. 여보세요? Hi. How? 知道了. Sure thing.
Okay. I think we're ready. I think we're ready? Let's see here. Alright, let's lower that down. Alright. In the court of a Starskiff haven, you stumble upon a knight clad in shining armor. '15th day of month X, 1604.
I've been waiting for you here for quite a while.
Night of Beauty. You're the one who stole Guyon, right?
It's some of the minus a little bit.
You have no idea how dangerous that cursed sword is.
Dangerous? In my humble opinion, real danger is always the hand wielding the weapon.
Why steal the Guyu now? So you potentially left the rose petal behind.
Yes,
leave it behind?
I did. As a Drilla's knight, I've sworn to live in poverty, and I abhor theft. I had to leave behind a rose petal in order to keep my promise to Master Guyon and uphold my knightly oath.
What do you mean?
He's a real one.
I agreed to assist Master Guyon in its escape from the Xianzhou. As the person who pulled it from the stone monument, captivated by its beauty, I must not let it go.
Oh, fuck.
I couldn't stay in the arsenal to convince the craftsman, nor did I want to take the sword like a thief. That's why I left behind a small piece of evidence that
Man.
in the hope of an open and honest conversation with you.
Why is Bear the Light playing? What did I miss? When we were approaching Argenti, he was standing in front of a chair. That's early it. Okay. Yeah, that bit can be laid to rest. I don't think we're actually fighting him.
Whatever your reasons are, you're planning to take the cursed sword away from the Xianzhou. Hand it over to me.
Back then, it was the beauty of Master Guyon that impressed me, so I willingly embarked on the journey to return the sword. But unfortunately, Master Guyon's homeland is no longer the ideal place for it to return to. As a Knight of Beauty, I must not abandon it halfway.
Pretty sure they also paraphrased the cutscene.
Oh no. He's completely captivated by the power of that cursed sword.
Uh-oh, he is? How can we snap him out of it?
Solution is right in your hand.
Captivated? No, I am touched by Master Guyon's flawless beauty. To be honest, I'm confused why none of you can understand this sword. This is quite heartrending. I've already made up my mind to take Master Guyon away from the Xianzhou.
That cursed sword has messed with your ability to think. But I'll break you free from its grip. I'll shatter its illusion. And the sword itself.
Well, this really does make her say anything epic.
Fair lady, if you're intent on taking away this person, this sword that is under my protection, please engage me with a fair duel according to knightly etiquette. As a representative of this duel, I, Argenti, challenge you.
Representative?
I swear on the spirit of chivalry, in front of Adrilla the Beauty, that I will represent Master Guyon in this duel. If I win, you will allow Master Guyon to leave the Xianzhou with me. And if you best me, Miss Yunli, I'll accept my defeat and turn Master Guyon over to you.
Oh, thanks, man.
Accept my challenge, Miss Yunli.
Okay, then we can... Let me just restart the song.
Fine. Let's see whose desire is stronger. Your desire to take it away, or my desire to hunt down all cursed swords. Show me what you've got.
There we go. Appropriately timed. Oh, God damn it.
Guyon to fight for victory?
Ow.
Well, I know a thing or two about swordplay. In a proper duel like this, a knight should
Now
rely
we're
on the
cooking.
skills he's honed day and night.
You're a real weirdo.
This fight will go great.
Market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
What should I actually focus on? I forgot how to do this fight. Well, not really, just...
Never sure what the optimal way to do it is.
Might as well. Bang.
Sure, I'll play along.
I need to be brave.
Hit them both.
I want to protect everyone.
Meow, meow. Beer, 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 beer.
Rise to your fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Ouch. Ugh.
Let's be friends. 1,000 wonders to raid. Fight as one.
Power up the child. Oh my god.
All in.
The flesh wound. Rise to the challenge.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your head.
The flesh wound.
Easy, Numby. Liquidation!
Rise
Hedge
to
your
the
bets.
challenge.
Spend
Let's make sure that Topaz doesn't die.
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sparrow.
I am the bot that is approaching with lasers and a pig from outer space.
I'm afraid of you.
Oh man.
Annihilate.
What not streaming for a long period of time does to motherfucker. Their brain just decides to bring it on its own, you know? Ouch.
dirty tricks on me. Watch your head.
Put forth all your might.
Steady.
Stay back, Clara.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. All in. Sure, I'll play along. It's on me.
Ooh.
Stay back, Clara.
Watch your head.
The market is unpredictable. Right! And acting in victory means playing the long game. I want to protect everyone too.
Come round over. Cabisters Faruk.
A thousand wonders to raise your fight as one. I need to be brave.
The flesh wound.
Let the valuation begin. Confiscated.
Rise, let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Oh,
Command.
hey. All right, fight done.
According to the rules of the knight's duel, I should keep my promise and hand over the sword to you.
I'm so stupid.
But before I do that, I hope that you, as the winner, might have the mercy and listen to Master Guyon's past experiences.
Hear him out or something, please. He was a good lad. We had drinks together.
This sword has been cursed since the day it was forged. Place it in front of me, and let me destroy it.
Do what she says, knight.
But
you've done so much for me already. It's time for me to face her alone.
Did you dress forth an ancient sword, scarred from countless battles, for what?
Weary of fighting. I just want to share my past with you. To explain why I wanted to escape.
A sword, scarred from countless battles, for all eyes, the blade rises slowly, its edge dancing with the semblance of flames.
After that, I'll leave my destiny in your hands. Are you afraid to witness my past, little girl?
Oh, I'm trying to remember, what's the name of that Pokemon that's like actually a sword? Oh, I just remembered. It's the Honedge line. This dude's Honedge.
Afraid? Well, you do have a different aura from other cursed swords. But you're just trying to use my curiosity to lure me in.
Well, you know best that a single touch won't snatch away anyone's sanity.
Just be careful, Yunli. I think it's worth a shot, Yunli. Just be careful.
Fine. Show me your past.
All right, now we can turn the music back on. And it's back. The meme is done. Knight understands the rules of knightly duels. He ceases arguing instead. He eagerly waits for you to listen to Guyon's past. He looks intently, gets a bucket of popcorn. He's like, oh, I can't wait for them to learn about this man's beautiful yet dark past. Dark yet beautiful.
It's already impossible to contact the main Cloud Knight forces. What awaits me will be a long and lonely war.
Follow me.
Is this your memory?
Dad, I remember you being on Bellabog. This dude is a galaxy hopper for sure.
It's so cold here. I didn't feel it when I was in the thick of battle, but now it's freezing me to the bone. You're indeed a masterpiece from the Xianzhou Juming. If you hadn't taken control of my body, I probably would have been decapitated in that fight.
Quiet, and stay alert. Boris and Wolf troopers never give up the hunt.
Hey, just relax a bit. It's been over 300 days since we were both stranded on this planet. The transmitter never rings, so I guess we can't count on that anymore. The people on this planet still use beasts to pull their carts. Obviously, there's no way they can help us fix the star skiff. Looks like we're stranded on this forsaken planet for the rest of our lives.
The rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. Are you feeling any desperation? All by yourself in this hostile world?
Yeah, a bit. Perhaps.
When things get too rough for you to handle, just leave everything to me. No need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Yeah, sure. If I really can't handle things anymore, I'll leave my body to you. But now is not that time.
Do you really think you can oppose an entire Borisan army with your limited skills? What are you holding out for?
But you're the cheat code.
It's true that I'm stranded here. But it seems like that Borisan pack is in the same boat. By the way, Guyan, do you know what a seed is? A seed may seem insignificant, but with careful cultivation and time, it can grow into a huge, unwavering tree.
Stardust really modeling a sword just to make its 5-minute backstory the best part of an entire patch. Really?
You said that the rest of a Xianzhou native's life could be terribly long. You're right. That's why I intend to plant a seed named Resistance here, and nurture it for the rest of my life. I want to show the people of this land how to defend themselves against those monsters. I can already see the seed in the eyes of those people.
You really think you can do it? Why not just give me control, and we can revel in the bloodbath together?
What was the memory I just saw?
A memory to show that I'm a good guy. See, I think I remember from whichever version this was, I would say so. This was from 2.4? So this would have been, like, the end of the story was us in the prison where who, like, you know, got out real cool, like. And then it was like the sword training with March.
It was a memory of me and a Cloud Knight, stranded on an unfamiliar planet. We crash-landed on a planet occupied by Borisan.
Yeah, the March Part 1
Just
patch.
The two of us.
Oh, we could have beat it if we tried. Just the two of us.
I can feel that it was a lonely war.
The visual novel was not choice-driven. Yeah. Tad bit of a bummer.
I'm alive. But all the young people in the village...
They died. They died for you. They died because of your big promises. Promising them a life free from the Borisan. I tasted their despair before death. They didn't see it coming. And neither will you.
We can't stay here. Let's move on to the next village.
Why? What's the point? You and your sorry excuse for an army have been fighting for over 3 decades, and you haven't won a single battle. What you're sowing is not resistance, but despair. This world is hopeless. It's completely infested with packs of Borisan. You've seen their numbers, and you know their methods. And those commoners you've put your hopes in. They just kneel down and worship the monsters devouring their children and families, calling them their Beastmasters. You beheaded one of the Beastmasters for their sake, but they turned on you because they were scared of the Borisan taking revenge. You remember all that, right?
I do. I remember my first death. The Borisin cut off my head. But I also remember that if it weren't for a brave youngster who risked his neck to reattach my head and give me a proper burial, I would have disappeared completely. I remember everything the people did for me. They left food at the entrance of my cave, fixed my fur coat, and some even joined my resistance.
Hey, hold on. We're just gonna... This dude was beheaded, but... it's still alive? What the fuck?
The rest of the Xianzhou
Power of
natives' life
abundance,
is
I
still terribly
suppose.
long. And there will be new youngsters who will stand beside me in battle. Time is on our side.
You said it was a lonely war.
Possessor that refuses to let you die.
No. It wasn't a war filled with loneliness, but with despair. So much despair that I don't want to ever taste it again.
It's a good thing I don't have taste buds. Yo! That was a sword joke.
I'm leaving.
Where are you going, Your Highness?
I'm returning to my homeland. A distant place beyond the sky. I'm not coming back.
Well, it's very futuristic dream you got here.
But what should we do with you gone? What if those wolf demons show up again?
They won't, my child. You've wiped out the last of them. But before I go, I need you to do one thing for me. Even though the wolf demons are gone, new monsters will appear in this world. Soon, a demon will appear, donning golden branches and knowing only bloodshed. However, fear not, my children.
My favorite type of plot hole is paradouble descriptor object that positive or negative engagement action. Cursed sword that
I'm entrusting you with this sword that's been with me in countless battles. Use the skills I've taught you over the years, and you'll surely defeat that last demon. But that's not all. I need you to construct a stone monument for me. It must be large and sturdy enough to seal the remains of that demon forever. This is a debt you owe me, and you must fulfill it. Do you understand?
You lied to them. And you lied to me, too.
this was never a demon-slaying sword.
Oh. You promised that you'd give your body to me when you couldn't handle things anymore.
Well, this Xianzhou native's life has finally come to an end, my old friend. How about one last chance for revenge? Come and bid me farewell for the final time.
He had long since come to some understanding. I could sense a mix of intricate emotions flowing out. It wasn't bloodlust, or anger, or fear. What he had left for you was hope.
They've learned how to fight monsters. But there's still one last monster lingering in the world. Kill it, my old friend, He left me there without ever looking back.
Oh no.
Thank you, my old friend.
And the last monster is slain.
Heliobi can taste human emotions. How do my emotions taste? My old friend.
A hint of bitter compassion and a touch of scalding courage. Your heart's deepest desire is to end war once and for all. Now, the war is finally over. Can you hear? Even though you can't hear me anymore, my old friend, I'll do everything I can to bring an end to all conflicts in this world.
So, this is the past of the Kalevalan people's Sword of Heroes? You helped the people of that world bring an end to war?
No, I did not. I am a weapon, and I only became the cause of more conflicts. Countless monarchs of Kalevala saw me as a symbol of kingship endowed by nature, and they waged wars in order to possess me. I grew tired of their wicked intentions. I didn't want to kill for anyone anymore. So I returned to the stone monument where my master was buried. And since then, no one was able to remove me from it.
But you allowed Argenti to take you away?
Because even after all this time, I still wanted my master to come home.
Another nuclear Adrilla dub. They built the monument for him anyway. Through a big old lie.
During the sword gifting ceremony, I felt anguish when I learned that I would be handed over to the most skilled swordmaster and once again become a tool for killing. My master had engraved his deepest desire into my blade. End war. As a weapon, my purpose was predetermined from the start. I had to become a deadly sword that would relentlessly hack and kill. But once I fulfilled my mission, would I have the right to choose my own destiny like he did? So, I asked the Knight of Beauty to help me break free from this never-ending cycle of bloodshed.
These thousands of years have naturally turned into memories of mine. I think I understand the beauty the knight was talking about now.
I don't want to be a sword that brings death. My war ended long ago. The years spent as a tombstone were my finest.
I've told you everything about my experience with Master Guhian on Kalevala. And now, I'm sure that Miss Yunli is as moved by the sword's flawless beauty as I was back then.
Yo, the line of my finest years were spent as a tombstone kinda goes hard.
Even though I had heard the legends of this sword from the delegation, delving into its memories was still fascinating. Yunli, I trust Gu Yin's experiences have changed your mind.
I had no idea this set the sword is such a past. You know how you said this sword would change you. Yeah, I didn't expect an inanimate object this sword would pass either.
It wasn't until I held Guyan in my hands that I could sense its thoughts and unspoken words. I always thought a cursed sword infused with a heliobus would only bring rage and slaughter. I never thought someone could leave behind the desire to end war, and even change the nature of the cursed sword. My position was too extreme. Guyan is truly a sword of heroes. I apologize to all of you for my behavior.
Aegis Artev's getting better at writing whenever it'll be inconsequential seen by less than half the player base. I mean, the 2.5, I say 2.4, story was pretty good. 2.6 was it was fun, but overall it was like kind of a nothing burger. Yeah, they do seem to cook their best stories with like these companion quests, and unfortunately we've been getting less and less of them.
I'm sorry.
Now that we've proven Miss Yunli's innocence and found the sword, should we now return it to the arsenal?
No, schmelt me.
No. I'm still going to melt down this sword.
Put me out of my misery.
Oh, Yunli. Oh, Yunli.
I've heard your true desires, Guyan. I can sense that you're tired of being a sword. Constantly serving new masters and fighting battles you no longer want to be part of. Right?
But being a sword is my destiny. I'm doomed to serve some master and fight battles endlessly. Can the wind choose to stop blowing? Can a cloud choose to stop drifting? No. It's the same for me. A creation with a predetermined destiny.
I refuse to be turned into a frying pan.
If they want to keep giving us less companion quests, they should at least make them social links.
That's not true, Guyan. That nameless swordmaster shaped his own destiny. So you can too.
I just can't picture my destiny being anything other than that of a sword.
Do you remember when you stood alone in front of the Swordmaster's stone monument? People admired you because you carried the memories of the hero. You were no longer a sword. You were a memorial.
Later, as I became worn and weathered, the gentle wind would pass through the hollows of my body, creating melodic tones that echoed in the distant mountains. I became a musical instrument then. I miss those times.
I became a flute.
Can a creation become what it wants to be? The answer is yes. I'll grant your wish, Guyan, and transform you into something different.
It turned me into a wind instrument.
Something different?
then when she was atop blowing is quite the line. He became the sponge henge.
But this is the price
Now the
for
wind blowing line
Wardance.
did go pretty hard.
If the Kalevalan delegation finds out... Please, say something, General Huayan.
Well, my granddaughter has always been stubborn. Are you really sure about this, Yunli?
It'll change to be like, alright, the winner of the Wardance gets a complimentary flip witch.
What do you all think?
Is that what you want? I'm on board. Might as well ask Guyan's opinion. Ask Guyan.
Fulfilling Master Guyan's wishes is the reason I came to the Xianzhou. With the driller's blessing, you could turn Master Guyan into a plow. But as long as it fulfills his wish to end war, I support it fully.
Then, I'll leave it to you, Yunli.
I make your way to the Architect Commission's Penton Armory.
It's been an honor getting to
I
know
can't
you
read.
like this.
The honor is mine. Thank you, Yunli.
You went to the armory to get schmelted. That's what the dialogue said. It's not that I can't read, it's that you can't read. Homie drowned.
Why the long face, my child? Are you feeling regret?
Thank you.
You were completely determined when melting down the sword. So, why the sudden change of heart?
I realize I melted a long-forgotten homie. Homie
I
drowned.
melted down the prize for the war dance. How are you going to explain this to the Lawfu?
Oh, am I hearing right? This little girl is worried about her grandpa. Didn't see that coming.
If only I'd talked to you from the beginning, Grandpa. Maybe things wouldn't have escalated like this. But at least Guyan got what it wanted. I have no regrets there.
No regrets.
When it comes to swords, you and your father are cut from the same cloth. So, are you planning to continue melting down the rest of Hongguang's swords?
Yeah. Guyan is unique. But the other cursed swords are still too dangerous for anyone to handle. But maybe I'll try to be more patient next time.
Be more patient. Well said. Remember what you learned today, because there will be many more situations in the future that will require you to be more patient.
Understood. But what about the prize?
And the prize will now be kudos.
Well, ever since you showed up at the ceremony, I had a hunch. So I prepared another sword as a backup plan. And don't worry, this one has nothing to do with Heliobi.
That's perfect.
By the way, the ambassador from Kalevala and that knight went to Arum Alley. They're looking for a spot to honor the hero. Why don't we go take a look together?
Let's go. Why are they hanging out by the shady guy? The man's just selling drugs in an alleyway. The unshackled member.
Oh, General Huayan. What brings you here?
Well, my granddaughter was inspired by the heroic legends told by the Mieka Kivesa, so she dragged me here to take a look.
I come from a
Oh,
long
fuck.
line of
What's the golden sapling?
Kalevalan monument keepers. For generations, my family has guarded the stone monument left behind by the nameless hero. Over the centuries, a golden tree sprouted from under the monument, and its branches have never withered. We Kalevalans see it as proof of the hero's existence. Before leaving Kalevala, I took a branch from that golden tree, hoping to plant it here to represent the hero returning to his homeland.
That sounds good. We Xianzhou people don't make coffins or set up memorials, so I'm sure he would be happy to rest here where life is bustling.
The hero had asked our ancestors to carve something into the monument, so I made a copy of it too. While the inscription is pretty worn with age, perhaps you can still make out some of it.
I have drifted far from my homeland and am on the brink of death. Yet, I take solace in having honorably fulfilled my duties. Should you feel compassion for me, kind traveler, please take a handful of soil hence and bring it back to the Lawfu. Mr. Pavo, I wonder if that hero ever left a name in your history.
I apologize, but the hero's epic battles happened long ago, and he did not leave any name for us to call him. But in our mythology, he came from the heavens, and so we call him the Cloud Knight.
Welcome home, Cloud Knight.
Now, you can also rest here, Guyan.
Swords to Plowshares. So is this also considered a plow? An unassuming ancient guzang, its body and strings appear to be crafted for the unique kind of metal. And without a human's touch, it occasionally bursts out notes, as if humming an untuned melody for someone unseen. Do you think it randomly whispers to passerbys? Well, not like through words, but like through, like, the strings. Just like being like, just to fuck with them.
As a punishment for being an accomplice in this theft, General Huayan assigned me to guard this golden sapling and recite the story of the hero and this legendary sword to passers-by. This is not a punishment at all, and I gladly accepted it. Spreading the message of beauty to the Xianzhou residents is exactly what I desire. However, I plan to leave the Xianzhou soon and continue my travels. May our paths cross again in the vast cosmos, my dear friend.
Hope I see you in 3.0. Probably not.
Now that my mission is accomplished, the delegation will be leaving the Xianzhou Lawfu soon. But of course, the experiences here will become an epilogue to the hero's stories. This golden sapling will become a part of the everyday scenery of the Xianzhou. I believe it's what he would have wanted.
Yeah, the golden tree almost looks like holographic. Kind of is, too. Yeah. Maybe it is, but it's still like Xianzhou dirt put onto it. I don't know.
I'm feeling a bit emotional. I'd like to stay here for a while. Thank you for your guidance. I'm truly grateful. By any chance, would you be interested in taking sword lessons with me? Like March?
Maybe not to have my baseball bat. Thanks, but no thanks. I don't think I could endure the hardship.
Thank you for your guidance.
Okay. Dialogue doesn't matter. Alright. And with that, I believe we have set out and did everything we were going to do today. Which is just great. We went ahead and we did some reacting, we pulled an Acheron, and we did Yunli's story quest finally. So that means the other two are, I believe, Bailu's and Lanchas, but we probably won't get to those. There might be one more Star Rail stream for a 2.7 if I want to get Acheron's light code. But, yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that one. Okay, goddamn bury the light. Alright, so yeah, I think that'll do it all for me for tonight. Like to thank you all for watching. Whether you watched it live or through a VOD, your viewership is always appreciated. And if you want to see more from me, be sure to check me out on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Wait, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, or Twitch. All at Firo McNosky. Gotta add that Blue Sky to my thingy now. With all that being said, what is a Blue Sky? It's like another Twitter, but without the monetization. I'll have to add it onto my Twitch channel, probably tomorrow. I'm too tired. Oh fuck, no, not again. I gotta get onto socials, man. Gotta let people know I exist, or some shit. Yeah. Anyway, with that being said, have a good morning, day, evening, or night. Be excellent to each other, and be excellent to yourselves. Peace out.